What's up everybody, it's Matt Cama, and in this video what I'm going to be breaking down is 5 mistakes that most people make when they're trying to lose weight. Now this is going to be amazing, especially if you're starting out, because you're not going to go through all the trial and error that most people go through, that if they've been trying to lose weight for a couple of months now, or a couple of years now even. And if you have been doing this for a couple of months and years and you feel like you're just not getting the results that you want, hopefully these 5 mistakes is going to give you a reference of what to stop doing and what to start doing. So here is mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 that most people make is they follow an intuitive eating approach. Now this may sound a little bit weird because you probably heard me say, in order for you to lose weight, the best thing you can do to create a healthy relationship with food is by following intuitive eating. Yes, intuitive eating can be a very effective approach to lose body fat, to create a healthy relationship with food. The big challenge though that I've found is that most people will either underestimate or overestimate how many calories that they're eating every single day. They feel like they're just following an intuitive eating approach, but they're eating all these calorie-dense foods, or they're under-eating, and they don't have a specific guideline to follow, a macronutrient breakdown, a calorie breakdown about how much food that they need to be eating in order for them to lose this many kilograms every single week, or this many kilograms every single month, or pounds per month, right? So what I recommend is follow intuitive eating approach later down the track. First, make sure that you have some guidelines to follow, which actually relates to mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 that people are making is they're not measuring and tracking their food. So this comes into play with mistake number 1. In order for you to have some guidelines, you need to be making sure that you're tracking and measuring what are the foods that you're eating every single day to ensure that you're not under eating and to ensure that you're not overeating in terms of the amount of calories and macronutrients you need every single day in order for you to lose body fats. So make sure that you get MyFitnessPal. Make sure that you get some scales. And yes, people will always say that you shouldn't do that because then from doing that you're just creating an unhealthy relationship with food. The scales, right? Scales with food scales, it's just a tool. It's the level of awareness and it's the mindset that somebody is in that will determine whether that will create an unhealthy relationship with food. Mistake number 3 that most people make is they're just doing cardio and that's it. I know you probably heard this before, but I want to remind you that if you're just doing cardio, and the most common thing that people do when they first start out is they'll either walk or they will just go for a run. Just doing cardio by going to the gym and just stepping on the treadmill and walking and just running, is it effective? Yes. But are there more effective ways to lose body fat that's quicker, that's more enjoyable? Because for me personally, just running on the treadmill can be boring and I'm a runner. So here's what I recommend. Combine high intensity interval training with resistance training. Combine those two together, you're going to find that you're, 1, losing body fat, but number 2, you're going to be increasing your muscle tone as well. Because the big challenge with just doing cardio is, yes, you will lose body fat, but you're going to lose muscle as well, or your muscle will just be the exact same. And most people want to not just lose body fat, but they want to start to increase their muscle tone. They want that aesthetic look. So make sure that you're combining those two things together. Mistake number 4 that most people make is they're basing their success on what's happening with the scales, if it's going down or by a certain speed or not. Here's the thing. You're trying to lose body fat, not weight. You see, your body is made up of water, bones, muscle, fat, all these different things, right? And when you step on the scales, it's just giving you a number, and it's also taking into account the food that's in your digestive system, the water retention and so on. And certain days, you're going to find that you may go up half a kilogram, or I've gone up 1.2 kilograms one day. And that wasn't from me just gaining that much fat in 24 hours. It's because of the water, or it could be just the food that was in my digestive system. So you need to you need to remind yourself that it's not how much weight you lose, it's the amount of body fat that you're losing. So what I recommend is going to get a body fat scan done. Very common today, there are a lot of supplement stores that may have a scan, or a lot of gyms that have a scan, and they'll scan your body and you'll see how much body fat that you have, or you may find that, and they'll do how much muscle that you have as well. And there are some places in your town or your suburb, if you type in Google, DEXA scan, followed by your town or suburb that you live in, DEXA, DEXA, it's going to get a very accurate analysis of how much body fat you have and how much muscle that you have, and do that every single month. So then that way you can see your progress. Don't just go by the scales. Mistake number 5 that most people make is they're doing it by themselves, meaning they don't have a coach or they don't have a proven plan that they can follow. You see, you can save money, time, and effort if you just model success, because success leaves clues. If somebody is getting a result, if somebody has achieved a result, or if somebody is getting a result for their clients or for people online, if you follow what they're doing and tailor it to your needs, you're going to find that you're going to get the result. You don't have to do all these things and trial to see how much food that you need to have. Like, you can save so much time and efforts. So go and get a coach, whether that's a personal trainer in your area. Maybe go on Facebook and type in some recommendations and see the results that they're getting for their clients, or get an online coach. There's so many online. I have a program called Self Mastery. You can join that. But if not, there are so many other coaches out there that you can hire. Make sure that you find a coach that resonates with you. If you're going to get a personal trainer in your area, ask for a free session. If you're looking for an online coach, look around and find a coach that is resonating with the message, that is resonating with what you really need and the message that they share. So if you do want some coaching, I'll leave a link down below. We are actually closing registration in a few weeks' time, and we're doing a 10-week program until the rest of the year. Everybody's going to start together, everyone is going to finish together. So if you do want that, I'll leave a link down below. You can learn a little bit more information, but I really hope that this video helped you out. If you have any questions, leave them below, and until I see you guys in the next video, remember to love all living things, and most importantly, love thyself.